And now the starting lineup for your Phoenix Suns. Starting at shooting guard, at 6'3", number 20, Ryan Rollins. At the small forward position, at 6'6".
And this early in the season, Greg, we still have a lot to learn about these teams.
And they're still learning about themselves, right? The coaches are working on rotations and game plans. The players are trying to establish the chemistry that a winning team needs.
Now Sacramento starting five. Nowitzki is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Patrick Williams. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Henderson in at the point. And then Henderson with the jam.
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hop.
Here's Rollins. Pass to Duren. And it's sent back by Drummond. Henderson with it. Westbrook picks him up. Henderson looking it over. Now here's Nowitzki, defended by Barkley. 5 on the clock, and it's Leonard missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. First quarter, just over a minute played. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Duren sets the screen for Westbrook. Pass to Barkley. Shot clock at 6. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, it's forcing them to guard at all 3 levels.
Now here's Leonard. Henderson outside. Nowitzki kicks to Henderson. To the inside. Drummond passes to Nowitzki. Uncovered. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Jalen Duren is certainly a force him in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the King. Left side, Williams. At the elbow, it's Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Suns trail by 4. Barkley the pass to Duren. Here's Knipple. And again, it's the Suns missing. The Kings have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Leonard the pass to Henderson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Henderson's got 5.
Such a confident young man. Scoot just goes for it.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Kneppel. Duren sets the screen for Westbrook. Shot's good by Duren. Duren's got his second bucket of the night.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Henderson. He's got 5. Drummond sets the screen for Leonard. Fade away. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Suns trail by 7. Bounce pass for Westbrook. Here's Duren. Wow, what a play!
Unbelievable! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! That is just nasty right there by Duren.
Now Henderson. And then Henderson with the jam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend. What a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Back to Leonard. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. On the wing, Williams. Back to Nowitzki. From the arc. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Suns trail by 5. Some big news coming in from around the NBA. We welcome in our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's on the phone with the latest story. Shams?
Hey, Kevin. The news out in Chicago involves the Bulls' early season roster move. They're eager to see what this group can do after adding Jalen Green. He's a premier athlete in the backcourt who is capable of taking over games with a scoring outburst as well. They're confident that Green can elevate this offense immediately.
Thank you so much, Shams. We sure appreciate the update. Now here's Leonard. The kick out to Williams. And they recover it. Drummond passes to Henderson. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Stolen by Westbrook. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. Henderson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that could take him off the floor. Not what he wanted right there. 2 fouls in the first quarter.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Thomas checked in for Phoenix. Mitchell comes in for Rollins. Sacramento making some changes. On defense, the Kings. It's a 5-point game. Poked loose. Vanderbilt with the steal. Left side, Jones. A putback. It's hauled in by the Suns. Outside, Thomas. Westbrook with it. Real disappointing game for him and then lost to San Antonio. And that one's good, Mitchell.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Murray. To end the drought. Here's Okongwu. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Duren with the screen on Murray. There's the lob to Duren. And stolen by Okongwu. Vanderbilt kicks to Love. Mitchell with it. Jones covering. Mitchell, this is to Westbrook.
2 minutes.
Beyond the arc. Love grabs the board.
Well, I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
And when we look at this Suns team, Tim, over the last few seasons, what's the first word that comes to mind for you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say underachievement. You think back to 2021, 2 wins away from an NBA title. They made some swing for the fences type of decisions, and, well, it just didn't pan out.
1:22 left to play in the first. Sacramento's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And Murray, here we go. Count that bucket. And the Kings lead by 4.
When you defend Murray in the pick and roll, the first thing you have to do defensively is stop the ball.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
All right, everybody. It's time to make some noise for your Suns Breaker history.
So for the Suns, Bagley, he's checked in for Duren. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Barkley. And it's Knipple in for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Kuminga. Driving to the basket. Sacramento grabs the miss. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
The Kings shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Hey, Greg, they dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie, as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The 5th head coach in the last 7 years. That seat is always hot in Sacramento.
Stolen by Mitchell. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Thomas finds Mitchell. Outside, Kuminga. Here's Bagley. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now here's Murray. Outside, Jones. Outside for Murray. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's all tied in Phoenix. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
It's reflected in their assist totals. This is a great start offensively.
On the court for Sacramento, they've got Drummond. Nowitzki is out there with Williams. Then it's Henderson. And it's Leonard in at the 2. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenue from this new national broadcasting deal, so the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Shams, we thank you very much for that report.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Pass to Kuminga. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Outside Thomas. 5 to shoot. Tigers from deep. Rebound by Williams. Kings leading now by 4. Nowitzki outside. And here's Leonard from 3. That's good, and it's Nowitzki with the assist.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
Well, if you work the ball inside, it is going to pay dividends.
And here are the Kings now. Outside Leonard. Pass to Nowitzki. Back to Leonard. Good. Kawhi working near the hoop.
Such a strong lead. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Thomas, it's a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good. Looking at the Suns, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Spurs. Henderson kicks to Leonard. Pass to Drummond. The kick out to Williams. Nowitzki for three. Back to Williams. Stolen by Knipple. Inside. Here's Kuminga. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Yeah, Kuminga's confidence is growing down there. Now when he gets the ball inside, he's actually looking to capitalize.
Henderson outside. Pass to Nowitzki. Just 5 to shoot. Leonard with the ball. Kuminga picks him up. Fades and shoots. They get it back. Another shot. They double-team Nowitzki. A 3 from Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 3 assists tonight. And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. So for the Suns, Barkley, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga, and Rollins subbed in for Mitchell. Rollins the pass to Barkley. And Thomas has it in the corner. Bagley kicks to Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Henderson outside. With the fadeaway. Nowitzki's shot's good. And now it's a 10-point Kings lead.
A mid-range specialist. All Nowitzki needs is a little wiggle room, and he's going to let it go.
Rollins the pass to Barkley. Double team on Barkley. Outside, Bagley. Bagley with a screen on Henderson. Right side, Thomas. And the Suns miss again.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Bagley against Williams. Outside Leonard. Over Thomas. And it's Leonard again missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Bagley sends a screen for Thomas. With the tip. Rollins. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Andre Drummond picks one up. The Suns shooting their first free throws of the evening.
At the line for 2, Rollins.
And the first one at the line is good. Tim, these days, things are changing for modern NBA big men.
Well, there is no doubt when I played, every team had 4 or 5 legitimate post players, and the ball went in to the low post regularly throughout the game. I think now the difference is you have to have versatility in your game. Teams are looking for bigs that can shoot it, handle it, and facilitate.
Valuable pieces for sure. Westbrook passes to Barton. Back to Westbrook. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And the defense should know Westbrook will not back down. He goes right into the defender and gets a chance for an and one.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Sacramento?
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Commissioner Adam Silver talked about U.S. youth development in hoops. He said when young players are a part of a singular organization, there's much more of an incentive to bring players along as opposed to a win-now mentality, and that's something that we can learn from Europe. Kevin, back to you.
Taking that long view approach. Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Barkley, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 8 now on the night. Kings leading now by 9. And here is Murray. Pass to Love. Shoots over Barkley. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
And that touch around the rim is just great from Love.
You know, GA, it seems like a lot of players welcome the opportunity to play in Phoenix. Talk about what makes this market to a player so appealing.
I mean, the weather has a lot to do with it, right? Basketball is a winter sport, so for those snowbirds out there, Arizona is a great choice.
Jackson Hayes is checked in for the Suns. Clock at 6, and here's Westbrook from the arc. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Pass to Love, and here's Jones. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Barkley against Love. Here's Westbrook. Rebound by the Kings. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Murray outside. Okongwu with a screen on Thomas. Here's Murray. Hayes with the steal. Thomas with it. Outguarded by Murray. Down low. Here's Barkley. And Barkley slams it home.
And during his time in the league, the assist numbers have steadily improved for Thomas.
Love with the screen for Murray. And there's the drive. It's good. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter.
He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
The Suns have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Team foul.
First one falls for them.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
So for the Suns, Duran comes in for Jackson Hayes. And it's Knipple in for Cameron Thomas. Kings leading now by 6. Murray outside. Pass to Jones. Rollins grabs the board. For the Kings, they come in off the loss to the Grizzlies in Memphis. And the dunk by Westbrook.
And if anything, Westbrook gets more aggressive against contact inside. He doubles his effort level in response.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Kings. 3-point lead. Kicks it out to Love. It's stolen by Barkley. There's the lob to Duran. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, catch and flush in one motion. Duran presents a big target out there.
Here's Okongwu. Lays it up off the glass. Okongwu's now got 7 points in the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Westbrook passes to Duran. And the shot goes in.
Well, you really saw the power right there. Duran just willing that shot in despite the foul.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Murray against Westbrook. Here's Love. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Kings ahead. Up 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And taking a look at Sacramento. Starting the season with a loss, you know they're ready to fight tonight. Don't want to start out 0-2.
And let's take a look at this first half of play for the Kings. Not a lot of separation here at the midway point.
The effort from them?
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Hart.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
We really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
We've got Rollins. Duran out there with Barkley. Then it's Knipple, and it's Westbrook in at the 1. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Love against Barkley. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
As this game tightens up, it's even more important to take care of the basketball.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Pass to Rollins. Knocked away. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Here's Duran. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Rollins. Phoenix needs to get off a shot for the lead. Knipple, no good. The Kings leading. Leonard looking around. Nowitzki left side. Nowitzki inside.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Pass to Rollins for the tie. Hits it from three-point range. Rollins got the game tied up here for Phoenix.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
And now the big question, can they sustain the momentum?
Nowitzki, the pass to Leonard. Back to Nowitzki. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
Four on the shot clock. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Leonard. Out to Henderson. No good on the triple. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Westbrook passes to Barkley. For the lead, back to Westbrook. Leonard with the steal. Westbrook against Henderson. Nowitzki right side. Here's Drummond. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Barkley's got 4 rebounds in this game. Barkley with a screen on Leonard. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Second personal.
Andre Drummond picks one up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Suns missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
And this team encourages Westbrook to look to score inside. You can see why with these results.
Henderson outside. Outside Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Feeds away. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Pass to Rollins. Outside Westbrook. Good D by Drummond.
And boy, have they been hitting.
Whoa! He flew in there.
Wow!
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Pass to Westbrook. Collins against Leonard. Here's Westbrook. Banked in off the glass. Westbrook's got 13 points.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Henderson. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Back to Henderson for the lead. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 4 assists in the game. Westbrook passes to Barton. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Suns.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Some early scuffles for the 3rd pick overall in 2023, but Tim Scoot Henderson coming on strong.
Well, he is slowly improving his efficiency. He has a long way to go, but with those physical tools and work ethic, I wouldn't bet against him.
Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Rollins. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Okongwu's checked in for Drummond. Kevin Love comes in for Nowitzki. Vanderbilt's checked in for Williams. And Murray subbed in for Henderson. Back to Westbrook. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Durant. Pass to Knippel. Cans it from downtown. Knippel's got his 2nd basket of the night.
A lights-out shooter. Opponents will learn quick. You have to guard Knippel tight, or he'll knock those down.
Leonard on the wing. Over Thomas. Leonard no luck. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Phoenix. It's a 1-point game. Duran with a screen on Murray. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Knippel. Takes the 3. Duran no good. Sacramento's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Now, here's Okongwu. Phoenix grabs the miss. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Barkley with a screen on Okongwu.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd.
Double team on Barkley. Wide open. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. The Kings trail by 3. Here's Murray. He has 6. Kicks it out to Love. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Suns have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field.
Now, Murray saw an opening to the rim, and he turned on the Jets.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a break round.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Bagley, he's checked in for Duran. And Kuminga's subbed in for Barkley. And the Kings also making a change. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Leonard.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Murray with the bounce pass. Love in the post. Defended by Kuminga. Love can't hit. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
So let's see how they play the clock.
Thomas finds Westbrook. back to Thomas. A 3-ball. The kick out to Westbrook. Outside Thomas. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
It's a pick by Love. And Murray. Here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It is nice to have a playmaker who can also get up and finish like that.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Suns lead. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th. Okongwu is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's Murray. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 3 spot. For 3, Mitchell out to the wing. Here's Rollins. And the 3-ball is good. Rollins got the lead up to 4 now for Phoenix.
Confident and composed on the 3-point shot at a critical juncture.
Okongwu with the screen from Murray. And Okongwu slams it in.
And Murray loves using that pick. That's how he excels, using the screen to find the right guy.
On the wing, Mitchell. He's covered by Murray. Here's Barkley. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
He's off on the first.
Barkley.
And he sinks the second. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Mitchell against Murray. Kicks it out to Love. 6 to shoot. And Love throws it down.
Although Love plays with a lot of finesse, I love seeing him throw it down like that, showing how he can still elevate with the best of them.
Pass to Barkley. Mitchell in the corner. There's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to Okongwu. And now the Suns, a fast break. Here's Mitchell. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Murray, the pass to Okongwu. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Rollins with the bucket.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Now Murray. Okongwu with a screen on Mitchell. To the middle. And Okongwu slams it in.
Nice decision by Murray, choosing to move the ball to the open guy off the pick and roll.
Here's Rollins. Pass to Barkley. To the left side wing. Bagley with a wide open look. Off target from 3-point range. And Love's got the ball here for Sacramento. Now Murray. Okongwu with the screen from Murray. To tie it up. Barkley grabs the board. Barkley's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Suns here with a different look. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Bagley. Kuminga comes in for Barkley. Knipples checked in for Cameron Thomas. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Mitchell. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Kuminga. Duren wide open. And the Suns miss again.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Murray against Kuminga. Love with the screen on Kuminga. Left side, Love. Fader on the way. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Suns making a change here. Thomas has checked in. The Suns have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Outside Westbrook. He's looking for Duren and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And another one goes for Duren. He has really found something out there tonight, and he is having a big night scoring.
Pass to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Nowitzki finds Drummond. On the wing, Williams. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Barkley is checked in for Phoenix. Rollins comes in for Cameron Thomas.
Barkley. Rollins.
Shot clock at 2. Stolen by Knipple. Leonard against Rollins. To the wing on the left. Nowitzki with the steal. Barkley against Williams. Drummond sets the screen for Williams. Nowitzki left side. Faded away to create the space.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possession.
Barkley with it. Picked up by Nowitzki. Barkley with it. The kick out to Westbrook. Just 4 to shoot. Offensive rebound. And Duren slams it in.
And this is Duren showing you his #1 strength. This is one of the top offensive rebounders in this league.
Nowitzki with the screen on Westbrook. Henderson outside. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Nowitzki sinks the high release 3.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Barkley the pass to Westbrook. In the corner, it's Duren. Duren with the screen on Leonard. Here's Knipple. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Leonard against Westbrook. Here's Leonard. Outside Henderson. Rollins against Henderson. Got it to go off the glass.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Outside Leonard. And Kawhi drives.
And doing a nice job using the bounce to force the issue. Kawhi earning that trip to the line.
The first one falls. And some changes here for the Kings. Jones comes in for Williams. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Henderson. He's perfect from the line this time.
In this situation, this is exactly who you want at the line.
Westbrook. Oh, good on the layup.
He's been way off the mark in this second half. Just unable to get any kind of rhythm going.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Oh, that is a big-time jam.
And answering the call, Andre Drummond giving this team some huge buckets down the stretch.
Murray against Westbrook, and the shot goes in.
And we've seen this before, folks. Big possession, Westbrook rising to the occasion. How about that competitiveness?
Drummond sets the screen for Murray. Outside Leonard. With the shot. It's off. The Suns leading. Now Duren.
Yeah, he really stepped up in the clutch. It's great to see Duren asserting himself.
Sacramento's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Here's Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Murray. And get the three. Phoenix leading by 3. From deep. Knocks down the three.
The defense can't give Kemoko any kind of separation when he's got the ball. He's very comfortable pulling up.
Here's Nowitzki. Al Jones. Outside Leonard. Puts up the three. No good.
Well, that's just excellent rebounding fundamentals right there. He found a body, and he cleared him out.
Left side, Westbrook. And stolen by Murray.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, they need a quick bucket and a foul.
Jones looking for an opening. And down goes the three.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And that's an intentional foul.
Derek Jones Jr. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is